Hello.
Hello.
New microphone. Doesn't look like it's working.
You know, we tried it last night, verified that, oh gosh,
like
it didn't work at all when we first tried this. Why is it working now?
Well, let's
And now it's not working again. At least we think it is not.
Okay, we'll be back.
No.
Unplug it, honey.
No, all I gotta do is unplug it.
Well, unplug it.
Somebody needs to tell us if they can hear us. Just somebody pop back and
Can you hear us at all?
tell us if you
Our
can
microphone.
hear us. We're gonna leave it alone.
Trying to see a new microphone if it works.
Dee. Someone get back to us.
Can you hear us?
Of course, if you can't hear us, then obviously
Can
we
you
have
hear
a problem.
us?
Can you hear us?
Tell us if you can hear us.
Oh, they
I
hear
hear
us.
you. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
That's something else. Forget it.
yeah. Okay. All right. So
So
obviously
you can hear us.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, but I have to assume that you're not hearing us through our new microphone because the light is not on. You're just hearing us through the iPad. Yeah, I know. This is just extremely frustrating. Extremely frustrating.
So can we just move on?
We're going to just move on.
We're going to move on, and however you're hearing us, yay, howdy. Let's just, we have a lot to share with you about manifesting. Phil,
Too bad we can't manifest a microphone that works.
well, we just haven't found the right method yet.
Yeah, that's different.
We're working on it. Phil, I call Phil the king of manifest because he puts something out there and it happens. So I want to share with you some of our journey, some of our stories, so that you can use these same techniques and tools because they work. They're powerful. So first of all,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm sorry, I'm still discombobulated about the microphone. It worked just fine 50
Last
times
night.
yesterday.
Yeah,
but,
we tried it all
oh well.
so many times
Anyway.
last night.
So Phil and I have been through heck and back.
You know, and
Financially.
some of you know, I mean, we were kind of homeless actually.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've been where a lot of people are, or you know, are scared of going.
Yeah.
And you know, I got news for you. It didn't ever really phase us. We really didn't consider it too much. We just figured, well, a little bit low right now. We got to figure out what we got to do next. So.
And if anything, all those distressful financial days taught us to let go. Because all the worry didn't make it any easier, didn't make it any better. It just made us anguish and not have the sense that we needed to move forward. So if you find yourself in that state of anguishing because things aren't the way you would like them to be, allow yourself to notice that. And allow yourself to be in a place where you can tell yourself, I prefer this or that or the other thing, even though I'm here right now. This gives you permission to move forward. When we stay stuck in that angst and anguish, we fall into that state of being of lack. And that's deadly. That's deadly because lack does not allow for divine intervention. Lack does not allow for, the mortgage company sends us a check back because we paid too much money accidentally? How is that possible? I don't know.
From a previous mortgage.
Out of the blue, when we didn't have enough money to make our house payment. We didn't have it. It was just not there. There was no way we could get it. So it was like, well, this is the end of the end. And this check shows up out of the blue. It was just crazy.
And this was after we were kind of homeless. I mean, this is, you know, the time, our timing is back. We jumping back and forth.
We had years.
Lots and lots of years.
Of anguish
Lots and
and
lots of
difficulty.
years.
So just know that.
But nobody ever knew. And I mean, it's not something we hid. It's just, we just kind of.
And we didn't pretend, la, 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 everything's just fine. No, we didn't.
No.
We were serious and we made choices that carried us through.
Jan was working at a place when we first got here, and somebody said, "Oh, gee, must be nice to drive an Audi." And she told me that, and I go, "What?" I mean, the
They
car.
thought we were rich.
They thought we had money, and yet this car we got for a couple $100 because it didn't run, and I fixed
And
it.
you fixed it and all that sort of
It's
thing.
like,
Yeah.
really? Perception. And that was another one of ours. Perceptions are just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
But the key here was we were acting as if everything was fine. Because we knew everything was going to get fine.
Yeah.
And it's that state of
Someday.
mind, that we want to call that to your attention, because it changes everything. Changes everything. So whatever you're looking to manifest, your state of mind is the key. And the state of mind is anchored in your heart space. So you got to feel it and believe it. Feel it and believe it. Feel it and know the truth of it. If you can hold on to that, even if you don't know how, and we had no idea how, but amazing things happen. Happy happenstance that...
And it's not like, quote, the faking until you make it. You know, that was something that was big at the time, 30 years ago, and less, and still is probably. And that's not what we're talking about at all. That's not what we're talking about.
This is moving into a state of being of abundant gratitude, and from that manifesting even better than what you have right now. Does that make sense? That makes sense? So in other words, if you're looking to manifest a better job, be grateful for the job you have. Be grateful for the people you work with. Be grateful for the money that comes in. Bless your bills. As you're writing the checks out for your bills, you bless them. Thank God I had the opportunity to buy that item, and now I'm paying the bill for that. I can be grateful for that. That's powerful. And then you send that bill off with gratitude rather than, oh, I gotta write this stupid bill, and oh my gosh, look at how I'm so grateful I had.
Tell them about that silly thing we did back then with the dollar bills.
Oh, funny stuff.
And we know people that are still doing it.
And are thriving as a result.
It works.
This is crazy stuff.
It shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work.
It's silly.
Stupid, silly. But here's what we did is you get a $20 bill and you break it into ones. And then you put a $1 bill in your silverware drawer. You put a $1 bill in your sock drawer. You put a $1 bill next to your toothbrush. You put a $1 bill, just everywhere.
In your car,
20 places.
in the garage, in your living room, sit next to where you watch TV. Doesn't really matter.
Places you're going to see it. And then when you see the money, you say, oh, look, I have money.
I have plenty of money. I have money everywhere.
I have money everywhere. And it changes that lack attitude and moves us into the gratitude, positive, reinforced energy, which grants us manifesting power.
And I mean, I can see and feel your eyes rolling on this one. I mean, I really can.
Works.
And it's one of the goofiest things that actually does something. It's just
Works.
the weirdest thing, but it works.
Because what we're doing is
And not overnight, maybe. Or maybe it could, but not overnight necessarily.
It's just for the long term. And you keep moving on and you keep moving on. This power of positive thinking is extremely powerful. But it's not just the airy-fairy positive thinking. It's this positive thinking that comes from the awareness that there's more out there than I know.
Or understand.
And I'm going to tap into that. I'm going to let it tap into my life and bless me. And it's that staying in that state of mind then that's connected to your heart space of abundance and knowing that you have all of your needs are going to be met, maybe not the way you like them.
Or the way you expect them.
But you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And knowing that and having faith in that allows you to have faith in Creator that can create things that you can't even imagine yet. It's unbelievable.
Over 50 years ago, I made a pledge to myself. I looked in the future back then and said, hey, I'm gonna make everything happen. I'm gonna retire in my mid-50s, 55, early. And even at that point, I knew that was early. And here's how much money I would like to have, and you know, a young mind. And of course, at that time, 10% interest was nothing. That was normal. So I figured, well, I can live off the interest of this amount of money, even if I don't even ever touch that. And here's how, and so that'll give me an income of this in 50 plus years, and I can live off that. How could I have even known at that time what actually would work? And the more I look at that, and did I retire at 55? No, it took longer. Do I have the amount of money?
But he lived his last 10 years of working as if he was semi-retired.
Really did.
He had plenty of playtime, free time, did whatever he wanted to do.
Well,
worked like a dog when he had to work.
Yeah. We went to breakfast, you know, three times a week. Took the dog out 3 times a week. I mean, we lived like we were semi-retired, even though we were working 20 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and I look back, and I'm still constantly amazed. It's like, honey, you know those numbers? Well, if you put all this together and that together, it's like, guess what? That's what it is. That's actually what it is. And the income, it's like, well, that's what our income is. How is that possible?
Amazing.
It's
amazing
just silly that doing something like that long ago. And
so there's lots of keys here. First key here is coming not from a place of lack, but a place of gratitude. So if you're thinking,
and what's next?
Okay, we'll get to that. So if we come from a place of I don't have enough money, I've got to manifest more money. That's not going to work.
Well, and that's slightly different. That's slightly different than what we're talking about.
Yes, if you're coming from a place of I don't have enough time in the world. Okay, that lack energy is going to keep you in a state of lack. But if you can shift into a different frame of mind, and here's the frame of mind that we would like you to step into, and that is knowing that being blessed is going to make you a blessing and better of service and more involved in your world. That's major. That is a major factor. That's one major factor. The second major factor, and I know there's a lot of people say, well, you short-term goals and long-term goals, whatever. That, you know, you can do that. That's fine. And the second thing is letting it go. Set it out there. Phil is great at this. He sets it in his mind, sharp as it can be, carved in stone. This is the outcome. And then he sets it aside, knowing that this or something better is going to manifest for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it might not be exactly that.
And he lets it go because Divine Source knows far better for him and for us as a team what is going to work for us, what's better for us. So letting it go is the second key. Set it from this heart of intent of if I am blessed, then I can be a blessing. And I could be a blessing and do this. I could be a blessing and do that. Think about the blessing that you could be. How can you be a blessing in this world if you're blessed? Focus on that, and then set your goal based on that, or set your manifesting based on that, and let it go. Then the next key is what Phil was talking about, and that's just do the next thing. Don't worry about that. Don't bring it up every day and, have I manifested this yet? Is it here yet? No, let it go. And it's kind of like waiting for a package from Amazon. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? You're not going to get it here any faster. They'll get it here when it gets here. So let it go, trust the process, and do the next right thing. Do whatever's in front of you to do. And here's the key, is that when you're manifesting and you're doing this from this heart of being of service and being a blessing, you're shown exactly what to do next. It appears and it's clear. There's no, well, should I do this or should I do? It's just clear. Now, right now in our lockdown situation, it's like, well, there's nothing to do. Yeah, there is. There's lots to do. It just isn't what we think it should be. And if we can step out of that mindset and back into this mind-heart connection of how can I be of service, then the action will show itself up. And what's really cool is usually the action we get excited about. It's not a dread or I got to do this now. Oh, I got to take this step now. It's on my list of things to do. I got to do that. No, it's met with joy.
Two
and
questions.
positive attitude. Okay, I can't read that.
I know.
Questions.
Is the dollar kept in the space with a question mark? I don't.
Put your dollar bill. Get your $20 bill. Break it into ones. Put a dollar bill here, there, everywhere, somewhere that you can see it, multiple times a day. So you're opening your silverware drawer and there's a dollar. Oh look, there's money. I have money. I have money. And you're gonna go put your makeup on. Oh look, I have money, because there's a dollar bill in there. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a $1 or a $100 bill. Now, if you have $100 bills and you want to shove them everywhere, that's fine.
Sure.
You could do that, or 20s or 50, whatever. But a $1 bill was all I had.
And it works just as well.
It works.
Money is money. Paper money is money.
And here's the other thing, speaking about that, is that most people think rich people are mean and evil. So I don't want to be mean and evil, so I can't be rich.
Yeah.
I can't be abundant in my life because rich people are not good.
And some aren't.
And some aren't.
Some people with no money.
There are poor people who are really rotten human beings too.
Oh, yeah.
So stop being in the judgment of that. Instead, allow yourself to receive abundance from this state of mind of being a blessing.
Money is
if
not
I'm a blessing,
evil.
no, it's the root of evil, of all evil, based on the good book.
Certainly can be.
But it isn't in and of itself evil. If I'm utilizing an abundance for a blessing for others and allowing myself to be blessed in return, this is that energetic connection that completes the cycle. See how that works?
I have coins all over. Valerie says.
Wonderful. Good.
Yeah, money is money.
Money is money.
But
what are you telling yourself when you see it? Are you seeing, oh, there's all this clutter I gotta get rid of? No.
Or you're saying little bitty coins, or it's up to you. It's not cast in stone how to do this or what to do.
But saying something effective. Oh, look, there's money everywhere. I have plenty of money. Money comes to me in unexpected. Oh, look, I didn't know I had money there. Oh, look, I didn't know I had money there.
If you have a 1943 copper or double D penny that's worth like a ton of money, that would be something.
That would be something.
You would put one in and go, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything that is of value in you. Someone was wondering the infamous question.
Yes.
How do I know what the next right thing is?
You'll know. Your heart knows. If you get out of the way of your analytical brain telling you what the heck to do, your heart will know. Trust this part of you.
And so what if it wasn't the right thing to do? Do it again. There isn't nothing bad. Even if you do something that was wrong, you turn around and go, oh, well, okay, that wasn't the right next move.
But you learned something. Maybe it was productive in some other way.
Exactly.
As long as you're coming from this heart of service, this heart of being willing to be a blessing, you'll be blessed.
Don't be so terrified of making decisions and doing something.
Yeah.
Just
try it.
Do something.
We've tried a lot of stupid stuff.
Oh my God.
We've failed a lot.
I've had businesses that I could describe to you how they failed. It was like unbelievable how they failed. Completely out of my control. 100% out of my control.
And it was really obvious that Spirit was saying, you're not going to make your abundance that way.
I got to start that one. No, don't do it that way.
Not that way. Try again. Spin again. You're on this game of life. Spin again. I wanted to share something with you too. Also, I lost my train of thought.
Well, there's so much stuff we've got. There's all kinds of stuff.
Because we're excited about this.
We always get excited about it.
Oh, and here's the other part. Do it as best you can for now.
Yeah.
If you're thinking, I've got to do this and
I got to do it just right.
Yeah. Relax. This gets to be fun. Some of the stuff that would happen to us would be just hilarious because it was like, where did that come from? At just the exact right moment we needed it. Mm-hmm. Whether it was a gift or it was a bill that we overpaid, money coming back to us, or he had a car burned down. And we were okay, again, back in the same place. We made it through one series where we did not have the money to pay our bills at all. We were done. Phil had started over a career. I was starting a new career.
Another one.
He was like, is this one going to work, Lord? And we didn't we were wiped out. So he took his Porsche out for a drive, out for a spin, and he didn't pull it into the garage, pulled it into the driveway. I kind of smell smoke. Yeah, go ahead and tell them the rest of that story.
Well, and this wasn't, oh gee, it was a Porsche. No, this was something I don't want to know in my life. I found something that was ridiculously cheap. It's like, what's wrong with it? Oh, it needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
And after years of a lot of work. So,
it was in beautiful condition.
Yeah,
really
so
was.
no, I went out and, oh, my car's on fire.
911!
Long story short.
Burned twice, actually.
Yeah, it did burn twice, but next morning it was on fire again.
So good thing it wasn't he didn't pull it in the garage.
Yeah.
And that was one of those things where he usually would just pull it right in the garage, but for some reason he pulled it in the driveway and stopped there.
But the insurance payoff on that lasted us forever.
At least 5 years.
We made it last for years. So
it was because it was worth a lot more than what he had invested in it, and thank God we had that.
And fortunately, it was insured for the higher value
value, yeah.
So, and it still wasn't the max value that it should have been. And oh my God, what they're worth now.
Yeah, well, there is
same
that.
one.
Yeah, we don't think about that part.
No.
But those kinds of things, driving a car into the garage, if you get an impulse of no, and trust that. Remember I talked about you get that feeling of, oh, okay, everything's good, and you get an irk. That doesn't feel right. Trust that. Trust it. Listen for that. Pay attention to that. Those are spirit nudges that happen all the time to all of us. And we're used to just ignoring it because, after all, we do know better, don't we? No, we don't. Trust those nudges. And the more you're coming from this heart of being a blessing and allowing yourself to be blessed, the more those nudges are going to come. And then you'll really know what the next thing is. Make sense? Hope that helps. Anything else? What am I?
You actually have notes? Why didn't I think of that?
I think that's all that was on my notes. Do you have any other questions? No actual mistakes. I don't know whatever she's going to say there.
Yeah. No, I think I saw a couple of the questions coming up, so I think we got.
Did we answer most of them?
Well, I think we did. I wasn't completely paying attention, and that wasn't the intent of here. But they were.
So if you have
good questions at the time.
If you have a question we have not answered, go ahead and send that in, and we'll address it right here, right now. How does that sound?
If I can see it fast enough, because Jan still can't see anything.
Yeah, I had my eyes a little still swollen right there. Had surgery on this eye, cataract surgery on that eye, and this one will be in 10 days or so. So I'll be looking forward to getting that all taken care of. My new perspective on this new year.
No makeup for a month.
What you see is what you get, honey. Sorry.
Yeah, you should have seen us last night when we were trying to make this microphone work. We kept redoing the videos, and let's just say that we wwere we looked a little bit rougher than what we do now.
Yeah. We were a little scruffy in our sweats and wild hair. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, any other questions about manifesting? Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about manifesting specifics, like relationships. If you want to...
But just,
Okay, if you want to manifest a relationship, like if you feel, oh, I don't have a significant other, what am I going to do? Okay.
Get a dog. No.
Well, acknowledge and notice the relationships that you do have. Invest yourself in the relationships you do have. Honor them. Be of service to the relationships you do have with deep gratitude. And what happens is the universe looks at that and goes, oh, look, she's enjoying and appreciating her relationships, so let's bring her more. Make sense?
There's a question.
Can you I can't see it.
I know. It was asked, how do we let go and trust?
We smack ourselves around. No,
I smack her, she smacks me. No.
It's in the moment as best we can for now.
Yeah.
And what that does is it's you take a look at it. Oh, I feel really scared and resistant. Noticing that allows us to have an opportunity to shift. And
it doesn't necessarily happen right then and there. I mean, the process starts, but it might take a couple hours. It might take going on a walk, might take till the next day. I mean, You never know.
You do.
You just don't have expectations on
Right.
what, when, and how. Just
So
just
something.
do it.
Yeah, do something else. Do something different.
Hey, Jackie.
Kind of shifts your mind out of stuff. Does that make sense to you? So you're walking your path, you're doing your thing, and you find all this angst coming back because it gets habituated. And those neurological connections get hardwired to fear, hardwired to anxiety, hardwired to trauma. And it takes us disengaging and reconnecting with other things, but they're going to want to reconnect really fast. So the more often you do that, the easier it is. So for me, what that looks like, give you a for me, and what might work for you might be different. For me, it looks like a deep breath and a prayer. And when the weather's nice, I go work in the yard. When the weather's not nice, I look out the window. Getting in nature is really a huge shift for me. Does that make sense? Some people like to listen to music.
And I have to say, social interactions are
Powerful.
OMG. I mean, if you're depressed, if you're not feeling good, social interactions. And if you know somebody, great. If you don't, I was at the hobby shop 2 days ago, and I was feeling okay. But, you know, I went in, and I'm just kind of looking around, and all of a sudden I struck up a goofy conversation with a guy. And all it was I don't remember what I said. Something about some tires. I was looking for a little RC model, and just, you know, we just started kind of going for it. And he had his wife with him, and I'm not even going to get into the whole conversation. But what I did was she did something that was really, really nice to him at the time. And I looked and I went, oh my God, can I borrow your wife? And he just thought it was hilarious.
She told him to buy that.
Yeah, she told him to buy something.
Can I borrow your wife?
But the point was, after I talked to them, I walked out and went, God, I feel great. You know, and I was fine when I went in. That wasn't the point. But I do know sometimes where I have gone places, you know, not in the best of moods, if you will. Guess what? Everybody has a bad mood or a bad day. And I start some stupid conversation, not intentionally, although maybe sometimes it is. I'll say something goofy.
You can talk to anybody.
Starts a conversation, and, you know, all of a sudden I feel better. I really, really, really feel better with that social interaction. And it could be something like you're in a line or you're shopping and you pick up something or somebody else picks up something and you look at what it is and you say, oh my God, I've used that before. It's great. Or don't do this and don't. You start a conversation. They may or may not say anything back. It doesn't matter. But sometimes it can really start a conversation, and you'd be surprised where a goofy conversation like that goes.
Like going to the grocery store. As put stuff on the conveyor belt, Phil still has to drive me around and help out. So as he's loading up the basket, I move up and said, well, how's my favorite checker today? I can't remember his name. But anyway. And I said, looks like you got a haircut. And he said, well, I did. I had to cut my hair because I have a new puppy. And he kept biting my beard and biting my hair. And I said, oh, what kind of puppy did you get? On and on this conversation. He lit up. His aura went, and to see somebody else light up, I was being in a place of service, made me feel really good, and blessed me. I was being blessed by being a blessing of just asking him what his dog's name was and how old the puppy was, and it was just fun. It's fun to be of service, and the service doesn't have to be this huge, oh, I have to go feed homeless people.
Yeah.
No, it can be simple little stuff that we all do every day. If you get a nudge, when I put food on the groceries on that conveyor belt, I had no intentions of talking to that checker. But when I stepped near him, ping, I got a ping, talk to him.
She would much rather not talk to anybody.
I'm really kind of shy.
She's pretty dang shy.
I'm really shy.
So she has to step outside of herself to do stuff like that.
I do. But I got the nudge, talk to him with love and joy, and I did. And it paid off for him, and it paid off for me big time. And those acts of service, that being willing to be
all
of
about
service.
manifesting looks different.
Yes, but that's a part of manifesting.
It
is being of service, being present in your own life, joyfully and full of life.
This couple that I was talking to at the hobby shop, oh my God, you can't believe the number of people that we all knew in our circle. And I mean, the more we talked, the more we all got excited
It's a
about
small
stuff.
world,
It's a
is it
small
not?
world. It was really silly because he said something about concrete work, and I said, "Oh, well, you probably know so and so." And he said something about machining, and he's got these lathes and everything in his business and his home. And I said, "Oh, well, you probably know." And sure enough, and it just kind of went on like that. It was just ridiculous.
But it was
so
fun.
much fun. It was so much fun.
So we talked about manifesting relationship, honor the relationships that you're in. You want to manifest a better job, appreciate the job that you're in. Don't have a job and want a job. Choose worthy work. Whatever you put your hands to, bestow it with worth.
It doesn't mean you have to, even if you stay with a job you don't like, you can do other things to make you happy.
Folding laundry. That's a boring task.
Get a second gig of some sort to make money.
Well, yeah, but
Sorry, I know I'm about bouncing.
yeah. If you choose to fold laundry and make it worthy work, my hands are doing this, it's a conscious blessing to my future self. So when I go to pull a towel out, it's folded. How nice is that?
Nice.
It's a blessing to myself, my future self. So even that is worthy work. Cooking a meal is worthy work. Whatever you do it with hands that are worthy, doing worthy work. And the worth doesn't come from our mental choice, but comes from this being a blessing. And when you're locked and loaded in this be a blessing, it makes that so much easier to do. And then the work that is right for you, that may bring an income to you, will be revealed. And it may not look like what you think.
Frequently does not.
Think I would want to be a minister. I didn't think I wanted to.
Except that as a teenager, she wanted to be a teacher. Was it teenager or someone at some point you wanted to be a teacher?
I never wanted to be a teacher. Children would die. I'd go to prison. It would not be good. No. I like to share what I knew when I was a legal secretary. People would come to me rather than to go to Resource Center, because I would share with them how to do a task, but I wouldn't demean them with it. I wouldn't give them too much information. I'd say, "Oh, you might want to try blah, blah, blah." And they really liked that. So I was really good at communicating information even then. But even as a little kid, I would play church. We played church a lot. My cousins and I played church. It was wacko, but anyway. So I don't know.
Very different than playing doctor.
Yes. You pray for me, right? So any other questions? Oh, somebody's folding laundry right now as they're here.
Marlena.
I could see it out of that eye, not out of this eye. Yeah, see, so you're doing worthy work. And it doesn't have to be huge, but it can be a little act of service even for yourself that will put you in the mindset that allows you to make those kinds of decisions. So what are the kinds of things are you wanting to manifest? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put this out there for you. If you'd like to manifest something in your life and you're having trouble with that, post it here. I will get back to you. I can either do it privately if you'd like. You can post me on Messenger or whatever. But I'm happy to help you. This is big stuff. And the biggest thing you're manifesting is your own joy and your own vitality. And when you have that, everything else flows far better. Make sense? So if you have any questions, I won't answer them here right now because I think we've gone way over what we expected to go. But what we'll do is go ahead and type them in, and I'll get back online and I'll check these out for you and answer them as best I can from there.
Did you want to say something about Wednesday Wisdom?
Not yet.
Okay.
Surprises coming in the new year, my friends. Big surprises. I had an amazing spiritual experience on New Year's Eve day. I haven't even shared it with Phil yet because I'm still processing. So way cool stuff happening. Lots to share.
New Year's Eve day. That would be today.
That would be yesterday.
Oh, New Year's Eve day.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
not New Year's Day.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So new stuff happening. It's really cool stuff. So if there's anything else, let me know. When we were doing one more thing. So when we were doing spoon bending with
Remember
Josie.
that prayer we were gonna talk about. Remember that from this morning?
Yeah, I'm here for Sunday.
Oh, that's for Sunday. Oh, I got
You want to do it now?
No, that's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, we were talking about bending spoons with Josie. Remember spoon bending? There's a trick to it, and the biggest trick is getting out of your brain of how does that all work. And the second biggest trick is staying in a state of wonderment. I wonder how this is working. I wonder what it'll look like, because every spoon bends differently. I wonder. Getting in that state of mind of, oh, I might fail. I'm not doing this right. That's just that stupid stuff messing with your brain. Disconnect from that and get into your heart space of, I wonder how I can assist this spoon in bending, because a spoon is going to bend the way a spoon wants to bend. I have a whole stack of them in the other room. It becomes an addiction. Do not bend spoons in a restaurant.
No.
That's not nice.
No.
But for a while there, you couldn't find spoons at the Goodwill store because Josie was snagging them all up. But it's the same process in manifesting in your life. If you can bend a spoon, you can do anything, can't you? Because that doesn't look even like normal. It doesn't look real.
Did that come out of our drawer?
No,
Oh.
it did not. That's not ours.
Sandy was saying she loves her job so much, but wonders if that's getting in the way of manifesting a new, higher paying job.
No,
Yeah,
it's
definitely
not getting in the way.
No.
Just keep doing what you're doing and being of service and putting it out there that if I could be a bigger blessing, bring it. And that could manifest a bigger income with a bigger, doing the same or something slightly different, slightly more in line with what you really want.
But and like I said, sometimes that second gig of some sort, that makes that money for you. It might not be the job you're in. Might be the job you're in that you absolutely love, and something else comes up by. I mean, I had 2 businesses at the same time.
I did too for a while.
She started 2 at the same time. I started 2 at the same time because I didn't know which one was going to work for sure. And they both were working, and then all of a sudden,
one took off.
I still like that one. Yeah, but okay, I'm going to get rid of that one and go here.
Yeah, that works.
That works.
But if Sandy, you're loving what you do, just keep that communication open to Spirit. Spirit, I know I could be a bigger blessing. Show me how. Show me how to be even a better blessing than this. Because if you're a better blessing, you'll be blessed better. Make sense? So stick in that, I wonder how I could be a better blessing. Move into that state of wonderment and allow that to unfold for you. So I'd like to give to you a blessing for the new year, if I may. I think I've already done this one. I've already done this one. Let me do it again. Let's wrap up with this. With all the current challenges, may you find courage. With all the holiday busyness, may you find peace. With all the uncertainty of our times, may you find hope. And within quiet moments, may you find grace to guide you on your sacred path. May 2021 unfold for you with blessings of joy, peace, and prosperity. We love you guys.
And we're done with 2020, 2020.
It was from the Twilight Zone, was it not?
Twilight Zone, yeah.
We love you much.
Love you.
Hope this blesses you and helps you. If you have any other questions or would like some additional coaching on that, just log in, let me know. Love you much.
Toodles.
God bless. Hit it again.